What's up, my peaceful friend? So, it was kind of a slow week, flea market, man. I didn't get any guitars at all. You know what I mean? Friday, nothing on Saturday. Today's Sunday. So, I'm coming to the end of my little, you know what I'm saying, loop at the flea market. There's a lady that kind of looks like Big Mama Thornton. You know what I'm saying? I like Big Mama Thornton, so that's not an insult. Alright? Not an insult. And I saw there a couple weeks ago, she had a bunch of, Epiphone Les Pauls. Like walking sticks, I think is what she had. I looked at them, you know what I mean? Epiphone Les Pauls, it's been done. You know what I'm saying? I got many Les Pauls, I got many, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So today, I sort of saw she had a lot of guitars, like a mountain of guitars. And I started talking to her, looking through them. She really knew a lot about guitars, you know what I'm saying? Like a lot about guitars. And the first one I kind of wanted, she had a K1160. And that's like the Harmony 929. You know what I'm saying? It's like they're big. That's the one that has the painted pickguard. I'm going to do an episode about that, in a couple of weeks. I'm sort of letting the whole parlor guitar thing cool down because I've done so many of them lately. So, we'll get to that one because I like that guitar. You know what I mean? And it's almost all original. It'll be a fun episode. But the other guitar I kind of looked at was like an Ovation copy. It was a Gitano. And I never saw a Gitano guitar before. I read about them, you know what I mean? But I never saw one in person. Now, Gitano guitars, it's a company, a Chinese company in the Guitkit region called Fina Guitars from the Husk Wooden Music Factory. That's the name of the place, man. They've been making Gitano guitars, you know what I mean? This essentially like copies of Ovation guitars. Now, I have an Ovation guitar right over there, man. I hardly ever play it. Hardly ever play it. You know what I mean? But I asked her how much you want for that K. You know what I'm saying? She's like, I want $90 for the K. I was like, $90? That's market value for the K. And I was like, I'm looking for flea market value. You know what I'm saying? And she saw me looking at the Ovation, copy. And she's like, how about this? How about I cut your deal? You want to know my deal? And I was like, I kind of want to know your deal. What's your deal, And she's like, how about I take $30 off that $90 and I throw in the Ovation copy for free. So there's two guitars for $60, both pretty cool guitars. I was like, you know what? You see me reaching for my wallet. You know what I'm saying? So I walked off with two lovely guitars, and this was the reason why, man. Look at that. You know what I mean? This is before we knew that Melissa Etheridge was like, you know what I mean? Snarf and Cooter. So basically, you know what I'm saying? It's got no electronics in it. You know what I mean? It's just like, you know what I mean? Stripped down to nothing. The bridge pickup's missing. This little hole here, you know what I'm saying? It cost me like, you know what I mean? I don't know how you want to divide it up. It cost me about $30, you know what I mean? And I just went on eBay a couple minutes ago and actually bought all the components that were missing right from China, you know what I mean? The electronics, the pickup and everything was $8. And I said the bridge pins, you know what I mean? And a nut, because I'm missing a nut. That was also like $2, something like that. And I have like some tuners. So I'll be able to get this guy up and running for under $40. And it's beautiful, man. It was so well done. It's actually like better done than the Ovation I have. The Ovation I have is real, man. It's a real Ovation. So I like, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? A nice built guitar. And it looks like a beautiful guitar. I don't really have too many electric acoustics. You know what I'm saying? So once I get this guy up and running, it's going to be a beautiful instrument. And I love the blue, man. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. So, you know what I mean? Let's get, you know what I mean, flipped around. I'm going to put it on the slab and show it to you. And then when we get the parts in, we'll put it together. It's going to be a quick one. It doesn't need that much work. So, you know what I mean? For your enjoyment, I bring you the Gitano Ovation copy. I'll flip you around, people. I'll flip you, flip. So right before I flip you around here completely, I want to show you a little information. The only place I can find online a picture of this guitar, any information about this guitar at all, was the Goodwill website, the online marketplace for Goodwill. This is an archived auction from about 2 years ago. See, the final price was $86.25. This is teal, it says. Now, let's just take a look here at the bigger pictures just so I can get y'all educated. This is our little specimen. As you can see, it's exactly the one, right? A little bit closer, huh? Exactly the same deal. See the electronics? See that? 505. Remember that number, man. 505 Levi's, man. Gitano. See how it has got the little black one ply, right? This is the back, of course. And nondescript shallow rip-offs. And we're back to square one. So let's take a look at our little sample of what we're missing. And you know what I mean? Magically, you know what I mean? By way of snapping our fingers, have all of our stuff ready. So I'm going to flip you around. Here we are. We have all the parts. We're ready to go, man. We've already talked about what we're missing, right? We know what we're missing, people. We're missing the strap buttons. You know what I mean? All strap buttons are gone. Missing all the electronics. You know what I mean? Got a little piece here that's a little loose. See that? See that piece that's a little loose, man? We don't like that at all, man. Gitano. 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 It's got some nice inlays. You know what I'm saying? It's not a bad looking guitar, man. You know what I'm saying? Not bad looking. We're missing the nut truss rod cover. We've already seen what kind of truss rod cover we did in that little video. Tuners. You know what I'm saying? Strap button. So let's look at our little part section here, man. This cost me $1.35 delivered. But I looked and saw that it's... See, look at that, man. One of the tops is missing. So we'll have a little bit of a rig fix for that. You know what I'm saying? It also comes with a nut that fits absolutely perfectly, right? That's good. We got a set of 3x3s, totally matched the photograph from the Goodwill website, right? Set of these out of the parts bin, you know, set of strap buttons. We got the black, you know what I mean, truss rod cover. That's good. This is the 505R for right-handed. See it? Exactly like the one in the picture. This costs us $10, man. $10, dude. $10, guy. And here's all, it comes with all the electronics, little strap and everything. You know what I'm saying? All the little parts. We're going to have to fish these through. You know what I mean? Get out the old aquarium tubing. You know what I mean? You remember that from the Gibson days. Gibson Epiphone Casino 335. You know what I mean? Fish them through. But the first thing I want to do is just to do some gluing. Let's do some gluing, guys. Let's glue this down. Let's get a little tight bond in there. And let's glue that nut back on. You know what I'm saying? Let's glue the nut back on. Let's glue that nut on. I'll see you over in the workshop, shoppers. Alright, so we actually run our fingers around here. There's some really loose ones. Really loose ones. You can see here, this has actually been damaged because of that. Oh, we don't have to put too much glue on. Just a little bit of glue. So, we got to put a little bit more glue on there. Got some old tight bond. Got an old brush. We're going to squeeze a little bit out onto a piece of scrap paper and just paint it in there. That's the only one we have to clamp. While I'm at it, I'm going to clamp on that new nut. See when that's done. So we got a little piece of wax paper on here. We got the bad part clamped down. Just wiping the glue off, I actually messed up one of the little mosaic tiles. Just basically took a paintbrush, painted some tight bond onto all the joints, you know what I mean? All the little joints here, and just wiped it off, man. Put some underneath the little pieces that are sticking up if I could. Peg down that nut. So let's let that set. In the meantime, folks, we got another task before us, betwixt us. This is missing, man. You know what I mean? So let's make it easy, man. I got a black Princess pencil here. I'm just going to stick a little bit of crazy glue into that hole there very carefully. Stick that tip in and break it off, man. And then just, you know what I mean, color this like a pencil until it's smooth, man. I'll show you when we're done, man. Just put a little bit of crazy glue in here, stick the tip in, break it off. We'll sharpen it a little bit more. It's going to look nice for the people. Peace. So, there it is, man. You know what I mean? Just a little bit of, you know what I mean, important writings. This is like the Diary of Chopin, bro. And look, I still can, you know what I mean, draw a picture of Anna and Elsa. You know what I mean, with the little snowman. You want to build a snowman? So, we've clamped ourselves silly with this thing. Let's get these clamps off and fucking get the show on the road, people. Ready? Oh. See that, man? It all comes out in the wash.
Sun clamped me too. I'm the tough guy.
Look at that. Perfectly centered. See that? Perfectly sized, perfectly centered. Let's do these electronicals. Now, essentially, there's a little hole here where there's a little piece of, you know what I mean, a little, pickup goes underneath the saddle piece. So let's go get that saddle piece and thread it through. Let's get that electronics going, people. Little gizmos and gadgets that I got from our Chinese friends, man. This is the little piezo pickup piece, I think it's called. It's got a real long cord, you know what I mean? With a mini RCA plug on the top there, right? This has got a little jack, you know what I'm saying? And here's the jack for the guitar, and it's got all the things and screws. This is the, you know what I mean, tie the wires up. It's even got a little tie, man. Look at that. For $9, you know what I'm saying? This is like the heart of the Ovation, man. 505R, R's for righty, man. So, we've already, you know what I mean, we know the Chinese use this part themselves, and they've already had the hole drilled. We just got to fish this guy, you know what I mean? Fish this guy through there. You know what I mean? It goes under the saddle. So, let's do that, people, right? See you in a minute. We got it, and it's nice and sank down there. You know what I mean? Sank down the bottom of the ocean, motherfucker. We see that little cable, you know what I mean? Our familiar friend, right? We don't want to stick like a little stick in there with like a piece of masking tape to get him up. Now, as we do this simultaneously, we're going to take a piece of aquarium tubing and we're going to fish that through the jack hole. You fucking jack hole. You know what I mean? And also, we're going to have all, you know what I mean, everything meet back here at the clubhouse. So I'll see you in a minute. You know what I mean? Through the hole there, right? And we got it stuck into that jack. You know what I mean? We got the jack hole free. Jack free. We got this little guy, you know what I mean, plugged in his little jack hole too, right? Now we still have that piece of aquarium going out this hole too. You know, it's got to be long enough, you know what I mean? You can't be using a fucking straw, you know what I'm saying, people? So we're going to slowly work this thing. Now this comes with like a little twist tie and something to stick to the thing, you know what I mean? But that's really for like, you know what I mean, like the celebrities with the hole in the middle. You can't, it's like the fucking Melissa Etheridge Snarfing Cooter model, you know what I'm saying, man? You can't see no wire, so I don't really care. I don't tie them up, you know what I mean? We'll just let them fucking have fucking free reign in there, man. You know what I'm saying? They'll flop around a little bit, but you know what I mean? I'm not playing fucking, you know what I mean, Shea Stadium, you know what I'm saying? They'll be pretty taut, man. You know what I'm saying? I might just wrap this little tie around them. You know what I'm saying? It's going to go all crazy. You know what I mean? I'm just thinking about the future. So I'm going to pull these guys through, man. I'll see you on the other side. Alright, so you got to be real ginger here. You're going to see that little metal pop up and you're going to be like, yay! So you just put the, you know what I mean, washer and the nut on the tube and just slide it on down, man. And just very, very gingerly, you know what I mean, until it's, you know what I mean, secure enough of fucking tighten, you can pull the tube out, and then you're going to want to get like a, you know what I mean, a wrench or a little pair of pliers. Finish the job off, man. I'll see you when that's done. Alright, so we got that screwed nice and tight. It's all screwed, man. Let's screw this fucker down, man. Let's screw it down, man. Let's screw it down, man. We got the 4 screws right here, and they're just waiting to go on. I'll see you in a minute. Alright, so it looks great, man. Screwed on like it was like the original part, man. So, we got to get this guy. Found one in the drawer that was a little bit better than the one that came with the little set. You know what I mean? This guy's a little bit smaller. But he still has got kind of like a wide lip at the bottom, and he doesn't fit in perfectly. So we're going to shave it down a little bit. Sand it. And then we'll get it in here, and I'll see when we fit. Fit me into your schedule. Please don't forget me. Don't forget me. Nice. Fucking shoe on a fucking fat man. So, let's give it a quick, you know what I mean, adjust the truss rod. You know what I mean? If it needs it. Quick fret job. You know what I mean? Black them up. Be real careful with the new nut. Should have waited, but I want to kind of get it done tonight, so I wanted to do that first. You know what I'm saying? Haste makes waste. The fretboard's all greased up with some mineral oil. And we got that setting in there. Frets are all even. Nut's still intact. Let that set nice 2-3 hours. You know what I mean? We owe it to the guitar. You know what I'm saying? These early Chinese guitars very well put together. If you contrast that to, the way the Japanese and the Koreans came in, a real primordial. You know what I'm saying? Chinese came in full, full Monty, bro. It's too bad they tried to kill us with the coronavirus. You know what I'm saying? Either intentionally or non-intentionally, man. You don't eat little animals, bro. You know what I'm saying? At very least. Let's let that set 2 hours. Wiped off the rest of that grease. That grease. It's got a nice sheen to it now, man. Oh, yeah. Now, let's put these tuner keys on, man. You know what I mean? And we do it because it's hard, not because it's easy. Still got the little stickers on there, man. They're still stuck up, man. That's great. That's Fantasio, man. Let's clean this guy off with some furniture polish, man. You know what I'm saying? Get her all spick and span. See when that's done, folks. So we clean the front and the back of the neck with the furniture polish, and the back of this bowl we use some phony Windex on. Now I see some, you know what I mean, fights the back of this guitar has had with painted white surfaces somewhere along the line. So I'm going to take a little piece of magical erase, you know what I mean, marker. Just, you know what I mean, try to get these guys off. Right? Just try, you know what I mean, we fail, fuck it, Alright, so we got it off, man. You know what I mean? I like this because this is like a shallow bowl back. My other Ovation's like got a huge, it's like, you know what I mean, playing that other Ovation's like trying to have sex with a heavily pregnant dwarf. You know what I mean? It's just not a fun experience. Well, maybe that would be a fun experience. I've never done that. I don't think I ever will. But anyway, something to bear in mind. So let us put on the truss rod cover right this very moment. Right back at you. That look pretty. Don't look nice. Looks good. So let's hit up the body and the body only with some Mom's cleaner wax. And let's hit up the little mosaics and the fretboard with a little bit of butcher's wax, people. You know what I mean? I'll say it softly. I'll see you when it's all sheeny, shiny. That's what I call cooter snarfer. Magnifique. Let's put these strap buttons on, people. You know what I mean? Peace. Real thing. The real thing, people. Look at that, man. So we're at the, you know what I mean, throes of assembly, man. We're almost done with this fucking thing. Let's throw this 9-volt battery into the, you know what I mean, into the little compartment here, right? Pull this little drawer out, put it in there, right? We'll put the strings on. We got our little, you know what I mean, reheaded pins. We got our shaver. I'll see you in the glamour shots, people. It's been so fine to know you. I hate rip-offs, Bobby. So the Gitano, Ovation rip-off, man. And it's a good one at that, you know what I mean? Bassmark used to have one of these thin liners back in the day, man. I think he, traded it for a grilled cheese sandwich, man. This is my real Ovation back here, man. Never even gets touched, man. Look at that. It's like, you know what I mean? A pregnant elk. This thing is fucking, never played. Horrible instrument. And it's a real Ovation. So let's, you know what I mean, hope this guy gets a little better treatment. I can see why Miss Beverly, that's, you know what I mean, my new flea market friend, you know what I mean? I already bought like 5 or 6 more guitars off of her. I see why she unloaded it. You know what I'm saying? Because they had some quirks while setting it up. That was really, you know what I mean? They were kind of a pain in the ass. First fret was dead, for some reason. I had to put like a little tiny booster seat underneath that nut. You know what I'm saying? And I just crazy glued it down again. You know what I'm saying? And there was a problem with
the neck. There was a weird kind of bump in it right here. You know what I'm saying? So I had to loosen and tighten, the truss rod almost stripped it, man. But it's perfect now. Took a lot of elbow grease getting it set up. You know what I mean? Sucks, man. Yeah, and I have to lower this a little bit more. Because once, you get some tension on this guy, it pulls it forward even more, you know what I mean, the neck. So, it's good now. We got nice, smooth action. It's protected, it's shiny. Sounds great out of the amplifier. So let's give it a listen. You know what I mean? We gave it the gander, let's give it a listen. And then when we're done, we can truly say to each other, peace be with you. Happy Thanksgiving. Look after yourself. Spare the turkey. Peace be with you. Look after yourself. Peace be with you. Look after
There it is, folks. The Gitano SRB-71C. I don't know what the model number is actually. I'll have to take a good look in here. SRB-FFL. Happy Thanksgiving, people. Be thankful, man. Thankful for a new cable for Christmas. I've tried before to tell her of the feelings I have for her in my heart. Every time that I come near her, I just lose my nerve as I've done from the start. Every little thing she does is magic. Everything she do just turn me on. Even though my life before was tragic, didn't know I love her goes on. Sting, man. Wash your hands. Be thankful. Stuart and that other little guy, man. Be thankful too, bro. Peace be with you, man.